wipe, wipe it down, wipe, 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 wipe it down, wipe.
How to wax your brows without a wax spot. This is great for beginners. So you're gonna take your least expensive brow pencil or the one that you just really can't stand but never took back to the store. You're gonna brush out your brows. Then you're going to create two really dark lines to outline your brows, one at the bottom and one at the top. We're gonna use this as a guide. It should look like so. Then we're gonna take the Sally Hansen wax strips, the biggest strip from the box. We're gonna place it over our brows and then with a Sharpie, trace over the guide that we've made. Make sure everything lines up, and it does. So we're gonna start cutting. You're gonna end up with 3 pieces, one for the bottom, one for the top, and one for the middle. Warm the pieces between your hands, peel them apart, and then pull, pull, pull. Clean them off, and they should look like so.
Excusez-moi, vous travaillez ici?
Non, je suis juste un gros fan.
Ok, detente ahí, tú que estás viendo esto. ¿Sabes cuánto dinero le he invertido a estos productos? ¿Sabes cuántas ganas le he echado para que las marcas quieran colaborar conmigo? ¿Sabes cuántos maquillajes he eliminado solamente porque las cosas no salen como yo quiero? Ahora mira mis trabajos. Me paso incluso horas haciendo maquillajes artísticos solo para que a ustedes les gusten. Mira este. Ahora, ¿qué tal este? ¿Qué te parece este? O sea, mira los detalles que tiene este. Entonces tú dime, ¿por qué no me sigues? ¿Por qué no le das like a este video? Si te gusta lo que hago, por favor dale like y sígueme, te lo agradecería mucho. De paso sígueme en Insta, que allá es donde subo tutoriales de maquillaje para que te mires perrísima.
Mua.
This is why you should never watch my videos before going to bed. In 1986, a young girl opens her closet to find a man wearing a dress and holding an axe. He grabs her and ties her up, and then walks around the house and does the same thing to the rest of her family. While the guy is ransacking their house, one of the kids breaks free, runs next door, and tells his neighbor. The neighbor calls the cops show up, the family's saved, but the guy is nowhere to be found. The family leaves the house and stays with relatives in hopes that they'll catch this guy before they have to go back. But after a few weeks, they haven't caught him, there aren't any leads, and they say, you know what, we'll go back to our house anyways. As the family's pulling back into their driveway, the father looks up at one of the windows and sees for a split second the head of the man with the dress in their bedroom. They call the police, who go in and find pennies glued to the ceiling and weird writing all over the house, but they can't find this crazy guy. Until one of the officers found a secret crawl space in the basement, where psychotic killer Danny LaPlante had been living for 2 months.
I can take the next customer at this register over here. Ya bien. Dile a la estúpida esta que yo quiero devolver esto, que lo compré ayer. No tengo el recibo, lo usé 4 veces y me lo metí por el culo. Pero ya no lo quiero, es una mierda.
already regretting this. Makeup jar challenge, arts and crafts edition. All right, face. Oh my God, is glitter. I mean, it's the same shade, right? I feel like a holographic Pokemon card. All right, what in the world's gonna conceal this? White out. Oh, that's kind of fitting. Okay, so good news is it doesn't say you can't use it around the eyes, so. Oh, this is perfect, just absolutely perfect. Okay, contour, finger paint. Alright, for eyebrows are gonna be stickers. It only came with these. I ran out of small stickers. Alright, eyes, markers. I thought I'd just stick with the red vibe over here, so here we are. Alright, let's get some lashes on with tape. I mean, that worked, right? Alright, let's do lips with paper. Highlight, paper. Ta-da!
This is why you should be careful what you put in the mail. In 2015, a man was asked by his neighbor to collect his mail while he was gone for a few weeks. A few days later, a large package arrives on his neighbor's front porch. The man can barely lift it, but gets over to his garage where he accidentally drops it and hears something break inside. Hoping his neighbor would think the damage occurred en route, he closes his squeaky garage door and forgets about it. But over the next couple of days, whatever was in that package started to smell so bad that he decides to open it up. Inside were two very important finds: his neighbor, who was dead, and a camera that was still recording. The police bring the man in for questioning and show him what was on the camera inside the box. It starts with his neighbor talking to the camera about how excited he is to mail himself home for his YouTube channel. Then, police fast forward to the very end where they see that the neighbor is now sleeping in the box, and then suddenly gets dropped and you hear a crack. That's his neck breaking. And then you hear a squeaky garage door close.
What's up, everyone? So I might have a slight chemical burn on my face, but we're gonna keep going. Makeup jar challenge markers edition. Gotta mix them up first. All right, face is gonna be pink. I'm having flashbacks to when I dyed my face pink. All right, concealer is gonna be orange. Okay. I'm panicking because I just realized that this one does not say washable. You know, I thought all Crayola were washable, but this says stain warning. But I'm committed, so contour is gonna be gray. Oh, and I have a video conference in an hour, so that'll be fun. All right, brows are gonna be purple. I mean, it couldn't have been a subtle color, no. All right, let's put some color on our eyes with red. Sure. I went for a nice subtle winged look. Let's do mascara. It's not gonna show, but green. See, told y'all, it's not working. Okay, blush, blue. All right, highlight, brown, and lips, black. Ta-da!
You see this building? Well, that's my daughter's school. She forgot her Latin book. I don't know how you would forget a Latin book considering that it was quarantine, but okay. Well, they wanted to charge me $51 for this. Fuck no, I'm broke. So I'm returning it to the school. Looking like this. This should be interesting. Wish me luck. They were nice to me. I didn't get a death glare. I didn't get a you kill babies kind of look. They didn't even compliment me on my rhinestones. They just smiled and looked at me like I was normal.
It was on Valentine's Day. Okay. Very romantic. And I was in the toilet paper aisle because I did have diarrhea. What a dream to have diarrhea on Valentine's Day. Mwah. And all of a sudden, this has never happened to me before, I fainted. So when I black in, there are two people standing over me. An old lady and a very attractive gentleman. And the old lady's like blocking him and she's like, "You're okay. Everything's okay." And I'm like, "Bitch, no, I'm not okay. You're standing between me and my future husband." So finally she moves and it turns out that the young hottie is the EMT. And he's like touching my head and he's asking me all these questions. He's like, "What's your name? Do you know what day it is? Where do you live?" And I'm like, okay, wow, he is obsessed with me. He's like, "When's the last time you ate?" I'm like, oh my God, he is about to ask me out to dinner on Valentine's Day. His next question was, "Are you on any medications?" And I was like, okay, yes, I'm on birth control, but I'm not that easy. That is a second date question. We get to the hospital. He rolls me up next to this person who's definitely on drugs. And I turn around to see where he went and he's gone. Here's the moral of the story. Men are pigs and they will string you along and they will break your heart on Valentine's.
take you to the candy shop.
Обычно я делаю видео с макияжем, просто накладываю красивую музыку. Придумываю интересный необычный макияж, который может быть для похода к врачу, потому что занимает они слишком много времени. Но мне правда очень нравится снимать, монтировать и, собственно, делать макияж. Я трачу по несколько часов на каждое видео, но они, к сожалению, набирают по 500 просмотров. Я вижу под своими видео много комментариев о том, почему так мало просмотров. И, честно говоря, я правда хочу, чтобы больше людей увидели мое творчество.
In love, guy, just always so perfect, guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. I'm the
¿Me acabo de hacer un maquillaje innecesario? Sí. ¿Se va a quedar mi cara manchada por varios días? Probablemente. ¿Mi video va a tener la atención que este trabajo merece? No.
Hi, I used to work at a Starbucks inside of a Target, and I used to have a manager named Debbie. We called her Deborah. She didn't really like that. That's not the point. And one day I was working with her, and I had a full face of makeup on. So she asked me why. So I tell her it's because I'm going to my friend's drag show after my shift was over. So then she looks at me and she goes, "Oh my god, I love drag. My son, he's gay." So because she was whispering, I was like, oh, like, is he not out yet or something? And she's like, oh, no, he's out. He's married and everything. Then I ask her, then why are we whispering? And she said she was whispering because she didn't want to offend any of our guests in the lobby. Bitch, what? So then I say to her, Deborah, literally last week, you told everybody the reason that we keep anti-diarrhea medicine on hand is because you have a tendency to shit yourself. I'm pretty sure telling everyone that you regularly shit yourself is more offensive, Deborah.
Really?
Sure, we'll sing and play games, and Mother will cook your favorite meals.
There's one tiny little thing we need to do. What's that?
Well, it's a surprise.
For you, our little doll.
So my parents saw my makeup today and they were like, excuse me, you know you can't go outside, right? And I was like, I did not wear this for anybody else. I wore it for the goblin inside my brain that sees eyeshadow and goes, pretty.